Hey y'all, so welcome back to my channel. So today I'm just going to be talking about why I decided to cut my locks off. So anyway, before I start talking about that, I just want to say that I'm not speaking on behalf of everybody that has locks. My feelings and opinions are just mine. What I decided to do was just up to me. How I handled everything was how I handled it. If you do things differently over there, that's over there. Okay, we did it differently over here. So yeah, I hope y'all can keep that in mind before y'all judge me, because I know y'all gonna judge me, or at least I know some of y'all gonna judge me. So yeah, but that's whatever. Anyways, yeah, y'all, I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of nervous because just kind of like looking at myself in the camera, it's like. Anyways, so just to give y'all a little backstory, I started my locks in the summer of 2018, I believe, and I started them off with braids, and I loved it. They budded pretty slow, honestly, but I still enjoyed the process. I started getting some drop and some hang time after about a year. I experimented with color. I did a bunch of hairstyles. I really had fun with them, to be honest. But but my feelings started to change about them around like late 2019, early 2020. And it was just because I was getting a little bored with them, and I was really seeing how locks are kind of after those initial fun and new stages. Because when you think about it, when you first get locks, it's like there's all this excitement around like starting them, and it's new, and you either got the coils or the twists or the braids. Then it's like your hair starts budding and you start seeing, what it looks like, and you just really getting a taste of the process. Then it's like it's all budded. You can start feeling like you're included in the lock community, and your hair is all mature, and it's like everybody's giving you the compliments, like your hair is so pretty, whatever. But then after that, it kind of just gets like a little boring. Like, minus the drop phase, it just starts to get like any other hairstyle. You just get into it and it just gets boring. And somebody like me, I like to change my hair every once in a while. So I was already starting to anticipate the change after about a year and a half. However, I decided to just keep my locks because it was really something that I wanted to stick out. And I will say that locks are a pretty convenient hairstyle in a way, because it's like the whole shake and go thing. Like, you just wake up, shake your hair out, and you go do whatever you're gonna do, I guess. But I don't know. After a while, I just started to like notice things about having locks, and I just really didn't like it. So the first thing, and one of the reasons why I decided to cut mine off, the appearance. Y'all, I love my locks when they were retwisted and braided and all of that. But the majority of the time, locks don't look retwisted and in styles. And that just really bothered me, because I'm a person that I like to be very polished a lot of the times. Like, maybe sometimes I might have an off day, or if it's something where it's like I'm just going to class or something, going to get something to eat, going to the store. I really don't care how I look. But to me, it was a little annoying that it was like I might have an event, or I might want to be going out somewhere. I haven't gotten a retwist in a while. I didn't have anybody to book it. And it's like I got all this frizz and new growth that was at the top of my head. And as you can see, my hair is tight for a hair, so it's not laying down for nothing. I could put some gel in it and try to slick it down. I've tried doing that, but it's inevitably still going to be frizzy. That's just the nature of my hair. So having locks just made it hard for me to always feel confident, because I felt like my hair wasn't done. And some people might say, well, that's just locks. You have to accept it. I don't want to accept it. Okay, like I just don't want to. Like I want my hair to be neat and done for the majority of the time. You know, that's just me. Okay? So yeah, I mean, I think locks are a really pretty hairstyle, and I actually really love mine a lot. I was kind of sad that I was gonna cut them, but I was like, honestly, I have more control of what my hair looks like when it's natural or in any other state. Locks, they kind of have a mind of their own, and that just wasn't for me. So yeah, one of the big things it was for me was just the appearance and how I couldn't retwist my hair and have it styled all the time. And some people might say, well, you could just get your hair retwisted all the time. Yeah, I could, but then comes the issue of my hair breaking off and thinning out. And I didn't want my hair thinning out and breaking off. Okay. And then another thing is that I would try to retwist my hair myself, but it was just time consuming because I couldn't really see the back and I just didn't feel like doing that. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, if locks were supposed to be this easy hairstyle, why am I struggling? I mean, maybe it's just because I can't do hair, but why am I struggling? You know what I mean? So it was just keeping up with the appearance in the way that I wanted it to be was just hard for me. And I noticed that as I had them, the more I struggled with that. So yeah. On the topic of appearance, and another big reason why I decided to cut them off was because of the cleanliness aspect. I have to say this, right? I did research before I got my locks in, right? And I washed my hair, and I also did like the rinses, like the apple cider vinegar rinses and stuff like that. I also soaked my locks before. But the thing is about it is that no matter how much you wash your hair or deep treatments that you do to kind of soak out some of that buildup or whatever happens, it's just going to come back. And then another thing about it is that I had 131 locks in my head. So it's kind of like trying to go through each lock and make sure that it's thoroughly clean was just too much for me. And then it's like they were all kind of different lengths. So while it's easy to maybe see some of the ones that like were easy that I could put right here or the ones that are right in front of my head, the ones that were like in this crown area of my head, they weren't long enough so I could flip them over and see if anything was, you know, in them or whatever. And then on top of that, it's kind of like, okay, yeah, I can soak out the buildup and the dirt, but lint, getting lint out of your hair is so hard with locks. And the thing about it is that I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. The first year or so, I wasn't really thinking about the lint aspect. You know what I mean? Like my research was more so about keeping them clean, keeping them from smelling, how to maintain them, keeping them from breaking off, how to deal with buildup. But lint was something that I didn't really pick up on until maybe, I don't know, but it wasn't something that was like an immediate, like, oh, that's gonna happen. And I already know some of y'all are probably thinking, like, duh, your hair is gonna catch on to things, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it is. And I feel like, yeah, that is kind of a common sense thing. I can agree. But I just wasn't thinking about it. And so after a while, I started to notice, like when I took pictures, that part of my locks were like a little bit like weird colors, like towards the ends. And I looked in the mirror and I would like break through them a little bit. Like, you know how you kind of like just try to like look in it. I would see like these like lint balls. And I'm like, no, I can't have lint in my hair. Like, not me. And I was trying to like get it out, but like it just wasn't coming out. And so then I started researching like how to get the lint out of your hair. But a lot of the videos that I saw were like how to prevent lint from getting in the lock and getting stuck. And I'm like, it's already stuck. What am I supposed to do? Like, it's already stuck. And then like, I don't know. I'm also kind of a lazy person a little bit. And I just didn't want to go through too much. So what I did was I would try to get the lint out with tweezers. And that kind of annoyed me because you would kind of see the little pieces of hair like coming out too. And I'm one of those people that I micromanage like all my breakage. Like if I see one piece of hair on my hand, I'm like, oh no, I need to do something about that. So going through with tweezers and stuff like that, it just kind of hurt my feelings a little bit, seeing my hair kind of come out. It made me feel better that the lint was out, but you know. Then another thing on top of that was that, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, it was that, like I said, I didn't really think about the lint thing until maybe like a couple of months ago. And so when I was going through my hair and like seeing like, oh wow, I need to get this out. Like I probably need to do another treatment or something. Some of that stuff was so hard. Like some of that lint or whatever was in my hair, it was so hard. Like it was solid. And I'm like, how am I gonna get this out of my hair? And some of y'all might say, oh, well, if you just soak it long enough, or if you just do this and then work it out. But it's like, I have 131 locks in my head. You're telling me I'm gonna have to go through 131 locks. And my locks were not that big, so it's not like I could really work through them. They're like really small, so I have to be really particular about my little hand movements and all of this precision that I don't have time to do. And then it's like, you could say, oh, well, just go to somebody else and have them do it. But it's like, do I really want to pay for that? I know. But still, that's just how my mind works. So just keep it up with the cleanliness on that aspect. It was just pretty annoying. It was really annoying. And it bothered me going to sleep at night knowing that there was lint in my hair. Like, I'm not going to lie to y'all. That really bothered me. Another thing about the cleanliness was washing them and everything like that. Like when I wash my hair, I want to feel clean and I want my hair to feel clean. Like it's a psychological thing for me, and it's also a physical thing, like making sure my hair is clean. And it's like I would wash my hair, but it just kind of felt like because the shampoo would only penetrate but so far, it was like I didn't feel like my hair was that clean. And I'm gonna be really real with y'all. Have y'all ever washed your locks and you try to dry them off and everything like that, but as you're drying them off, you kind of get like that watery smell a little bit? And there's really nothing you could do about it unless you want to put a blow dryer to your hair, but like I just kind of let my hair air dry, or B, just I don't really know what you would do about that. But I just felt like because the water would penetrate so deep in your hair, it's like the surface of it, yeah, would be really clean, but like deep inside the lock, it would be a little bit more questionable. So it's like your hair was clean, but sometimes it smelled weird. Like it didn't stink, but it just smelled like water. You know what I mean? And when it dried, everything was fine. Like, you know, you didn't get any weird odors or smells. But I guess it just kind of bothered me, like, psychologically, that I just washed my hair and it doesn't smell like the shampoo. It smells like the weird, I don't know. Like, do y'all know what I'm talking about? If you don't, then I don't know. Are y'all judging? I feel like you're judging. Anyway, so yeah. As you guys can see, a lot of my issues were about the aesthetics and the cleanliness of it. Another thing that bothered me about my locks was having to pop them. Like, I know that people have different opinions about it. I would still pop my locks anyway, but it just kind of bothered me because it's like, I thought that it would affect my locks. It's like, oh, these two sections are combined and I just like rip them apart. How would that affect the retwist? I don't know. But eventually I just had to kind of give in and just pop them because it's like, well, I don't want my hair to be conjoined. Then another thing is that when my hair would be conjoined, because I didn't want to pop them because I thought the popping would, you know, cause issues, it would hurt the style of my head because it was like there would be pieces of hair that were connected to the wrong things. And if I were to go to like pull my hair up or even flip it to the side, I would feel tugging and pulling. And I'm just like, no, like this hurts or just uncomfortable. And I just don't like that. Like, what in the world? Like, no, I don't like that. Another thing that I also kind of didn't like, which kind of goes to the appearance and the cleanliness of it, is the product use and how it would affect your hair. I low key feel like maintaining locks and finding products is a little bit harder than being a loose natural, in my opinion. And I say that because it's like when you're a loose natural, you could put something in your hair. If you see that it flakes, it's easy to just wash it out for the most part. You know, you just get a clarifying shampoo, detangle your hair, and it's good. You try something else, return the other product. With lots, it's kind of like you could put the retwisting gel in your hair and you won't notice anything wrong. But then your hair sets, the product sets, and then it's like you see this build up in the new style. And how I experienced that. But the thing about it is that you don't want to untwist your hair because you just got to retwist it. But it's like, I don't want to like see this product in my head. So for me, it was like a dilemma of like, what do I do with this? Essentially, like, I don't know. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. It would look good, but then a couple of days later, I would see that the gel or whatever I use, it would cause buildup. But then it's like some of that buildup already got stuck. But then it's like I don't want to compromise my retwist that I just spent 2 hours, getting done to get this out of my hair. So what I would do is I would like wet my hair or something like that. And 9 times out of 10, it would kind of fix it. Like maybe it was just a problem of putting in too much gel or whatever. But it was just kind of like the trial and error was a little bit more annoying because it just was more annoying. Like, I don't really know how else to say that. It was just more annoying to me. Maybe that's just a very tedious thing. Like, girl, just get a different gel. Or like, girl, what? But it's just, I don't know. That type of stuff annoyed me. That it's like, I just did this. I'm just doing that. But I don't want to mess up my style. I don't. Locs just take everything that you put on your head and just chop it in the hair. And it's like, bro, why are you doing this? Like, just stop. So, yeah. So yeah, those are all the reasons that I could think of off the top of my head. There might be some more like tedious reasons, but I feel like there's no point in really sharing those. Again, I just want to say that everything that I said, that's really just my opinion. Everything that I said about my locks is not law because obviously they were my set of locks and it was just my feelings about how my set of locks were or how having locks were for me. So if you experience some of these same things or are experiencing some of these things now and you have your method and you like how it's going and you don't have any issues, again, that's you over there. But this is me over here. And I just decided that I wanted to change. I didn't really want to deal with that stuff anymore because I just felt like I didn't want to deal with it anymore. So yeah, I kind of feel like this video was all over the place, but then again, told y'all I was kind of nervous. But I hope that everything that I said made sense, or at least somewhat made sense, or y'all can see where I'm coming from. But anyways, yeah, thanks for watching this video. Thanks everybody that voted on my Instagram. If you guys want to see any other videos concerning like locks or my hair now, you could just let me know. I plan on making a whole bunch of different kinds of videos, so please don't hesitate to give me suggestions. Thanks for watching again. Please subscribe. Please leave a comment. If you want to talk about locks, I'll still talk about them because, hey, I did enjoy the style overall, but I'm happier where I'm at right now with my hair. So I will catch you guys in the next video, and yeah.